In this performance, I argue that daddy issues are not all that they're portrayed to be by the media. The ways my relationship with my own absent father has led to the relationships I make with others, the limitations and disadvantages I seem to experience when connecting with men, and the ways that the discovery of my daddy issues has led to my sexual explorations adding to my queer identity. I'm not saying that people or women, in my case, with daddy issues are queer curious, or in any way questioning their sexuality. This just happens to be my journey. Now, to start off, what are daddy issues? How does someone develop it, and is there a cure for it? These are all questions I asked myself during my journey to self-discovery. According to the website Very Well Mind, there is no certainty as to how the term daddy issues came to be, but the concept started with Freud's father complex. Daddy issues explains how the relationships with one's father in childhood impact someone's relationships in adulthood, someone with their father who might be absent or emotionally unavailable. You know that oh so popular saying your parents have probably said to you, don't let others dictate your life? Well, I found that that's a lot easier said than done. How do I not let the person who made me dictate my life? How do I let go of people? How do I fix what's been broken from the beginning? These are all questions I have. I think about that phase often. Don't let people dictate your life. I mean, would the unhealthy relationships I tend to form with men be considered letting someone dictate my life? I wake up every day, get dressed, tackle school, go to work, and repeat the cycle again. I mean, did I not decide what time I was going to wake up this morning? Did I not decide how I was going to get dressed this morning? Did I not get myself to school and go to work? How can I do all these things on my own yet let others dictate my life? As a psychology student, I remember learning that the kind of relationships you experience growing up is considered your comfort zone. Regardless of whether it's traumatic or not, you're most likely to look for those type of partners and these sort of relationships that you look for once you're an adult, people like your parents. And this is where I hear my mother's voice in the back of my head telling me, don't let others dictate your life. And this is where the dictation comes to play. Having an absent father will dictate the type of relationships you form with other people. A daughter with the father complex develops unhealthy relationships with other men who tend to care for her. As a woman with these so-called daddy issues, I find myself often being clingy, codependent, or emotionally abused when dealing with romantic relationships towards men. So I decided no more unhealthy relationships with men. I needed to learn how to build healthy relationships. It's time I started building healthy relationships with women. Women are in their own league, so caring and nurturing, and not just from that list of common traits found in women that you can find on the internet. Women are so strong and powerful, beautiful, earth-shattering, mind-bending, honestly. So let me explain to you how my daddy issues have dictated my life. Men are cute, and there's no denying that. They can be tall and strong. They can be broad shoulders and have a nice smile. They can be the reincarnation of Zeus himself. And I probably, most likely, highly willing, will most likely be uninterested in forming any sort of romantic relationship. I have a few male close counterparts, but that's it. I have issues, even when portrayed as such a negative thing, has led to the self-discovery of how I communicate and make relationships with any gender. It's led to my open-mindedness and my curiosity towards my gender identity, and has continued to help me navigate in certain points in life regardless of the limitations. Daddy issues are a lot more complex than they're presented. The belittling of women who are accused of having daddy issues is a huge problem. A child does not dictate how their life turns out. There are a lot of factors into play. Relationships with parents being a huge one, as the type of relationships formed in childhood will present themselves throughout the individual's life. That being said, I am an ever-growing person, reflecting on my past, learning more about myself in my present, and definitely discovering myself for my future.